So I'm here to do a little video since September is PCOS Awareness Month, and not just to bring awareness to PCOS, but all infertility in general, because when you suffer from infertility, no matter if it's recurrent miscarriages or PCOS, whatever it is, we're all in the same boat together, and it's a very painful and long process, and I think that we should all raise awareness to infertility in general and giving each other support. And if you don't have infertility, just recognizing and having sympathy for the people who do and for who are dealing with this every day. If you haven't been following my journey, I was diagnosed with PCOS about a little over a year ago. But I kind of knew I had PCOS before then. I was going to doctors for my irregular cycles and breakthrough bleeding. I always had acne and some excessive hair growth, and they all said, no, nothing's wrong with you. And it wasn't until I saw my reproductive endocrinologist that he took one look at my ovaries and he was like, yep, your ovaries are polycystic, this is what you have, even though my blood work didn't reflect that. Between my ovaries looking classic polycystic and me having long irregular cycles with breakthrough bleeding and my acne and hair growth, he was like, yep, this is what you got. So PCOS has changed my life. Not really the fact that I have PCOS, but just infertility. Like, it has taken over. Even though I've tried so hard to not let infertility take over my life the last couple of years, we've been trying to conceive for a little over 2 years now. And it's just the little things that it's taken away from you. Like, you go shopping and you see a super cute little girl and her mom out somewhere and you wonder if that will ever be you. And today I went to a barbecue with my friends, and everyone my age has 2 to 3 kids of my friends, and I'm the only one left without children, and they all have at least 2 kids, and they're all running around and they're so cute, and you just sit there feeling left out and isolated. And not that my friends make me feel that way, because they obviously love me and they include me in the conversations, but you just don't have that much in common with them anymore because they have families and these beautiful children. And I was just watching these kids and wondering, like, when will it ever be our turn, and will I ever experience this? That's probably my biggest struggle, is in my daily life, I can't get the need to be a mother out of my head. I seriously, everywhere I go, I see a little baby and I think, why can't that be me? Why can't that be us? Why were we chosen for this? Because I've always been good with kids and loved them and babysat for them and known what to do with little babies, and I just struggle with why we were chosen for this journey. And I say I mean my husband and I, why we were chosen for this. And I know that God has a plan. It's not over for us yet, and we're waiting for IVF, but it just feels like we are stuck waiting all the time. And anyone who goes through infertility feels like this. You're waiting for your next cycle, you're waiting to ovulate, you're waiting for a different treatment plan, you're waiting to see a doctor, you're just waiting, constant waiting to see when is this going to happen for you, which for some people, at least half of the couples that were out at this party today didn't even think about trying to conceive. It was 1 month off birth control and bam, they had their baby. And not that I would, I'm not angry at these people about it. Like, I'm happy they have their children and their families, but it's just hard to hear those stories and see those people out there and wonder why you were chosen for this. So yeah, yep, I think I'm struggling the most with right now is last year at this time of the year, we were waiting. We were in a waiting period to, seeing the new RE, and he wanted me to see me on a natural cycle. And then when I was going to start my meds, it was going to run into the holiday, and they weren't doing any medicated cycles with timed intercourse. I'm sure if I were doing IVF, they would have gone ahead, but they weren't doing any cycles, so I had to wait until January. And here I am again, 1 year later, when I thought for sure I would be pregnant. Like, this was it. I was going to be pregnant before the new year. This was going to work. And 1 year later, here we are, waiting again until January again to try IVF, which I know we need the break. I talked about this before, and I'm so grateful for the chance to do IVF and that we are going to have insurance coverage to try it. It's so frustrating to wait, you guys. I mean, you know how this feels. It's just always in a waiting period, and I feel like I'm always the last one. It feels like everybody else is just on this fast track and they get to go right into IVF, and I have to wait 5 or 6 months, and just feeling frustrated, I guess. And I wanted to be real about that. I'm not devastated because I know we have a next step to go to, but just frustrated today with the fact that we have to wait so long. I am going to be switching REs, which I forgot to mention. Not that I'm not happy with my doctor, because you guys have heard that I really like him, but I called the HR department at my work and they confirmed what I saw online for the benefits, that the IVF procedure would have to be performed by a physician who works in that hospital, and my physician is associated through an independent IVF clinic, so he would not be able to do the procedure and I would not be able to get the coverage. So yeah, switching doctors, which can be a good thing. Another set of eyes on your problem, another opinion, another treatment plan, something to go in the right direction for us, hopefully. So I have an appointment with that doctor on November 19th, and I'm kind of excited about it just to hear what he has to say. I'm sure I'm going to have to repeat a ton of initial, testing, like their own labs, probably their own saline ultrasound. I'm hoping they won't make me do an HSG because we're going right to IVF, I guess, so what is the point if my tubes are open or not, because you're just going to harvest my eggs. So I'm not looking forward to all that part of it, but I am looking forward to meeting a new doctor and seeing, what they think, and, maybe changing things up will get us pregnant. So that's what's going on, and I just wanted to, send a big shout out to all my TTC sisters out there, and especially you, Amanda, who just had your egg retrieval. And I know there are other people out there who just had their egg retrievals, and I'm just hoping and praying for your little embryos and praying that everything is going okay for you guys. And I'm just going to try to keep busy in the meantime. And this room I'm in right here, Amanda, is the room that I want to paint. So yeah, I think I'm just going to take on a little project. I'm going to do a little bit of painting, and maybe that'll, keep my mind occupied for a little bit, painting and decorating this room here, because it's a disaster. There's like dog drool splattered all over the walls, and it's builder paint, so when you try to clean it up, the paint all comes off the wall. It's just awful. So anyways, thank you for all of your love and support, and sending all my love out to all of my TTC sisters, whether they are formerly TTC and are now pregnant or are still going through the struggle with me. And I hope that we will all get there in the end, and that all of this will soon be a distant memory one day. Okay, bye ladies.